Hey, good evening, guys. This is Brett Douglas, and such a such a peaceful night that I wanted to come out and do my daily video cast in kind of a somber mood, and just the beautiful city of Orlando, our area that we live in, is just being rocked by all these events lately that have occurred. The really tragic shooting with the poor young lady, the singer, and then the events that rocked the nightclub. Um, don't have much information right now. I know that I haven't been trying to look on the social media that obviously the investigation is still ongoing, but it does seem like unfortunately it's kind of our worst fears that it's another terrorist attack that somehow linked to radical Islam. And it's sad to say that in some ways it's kind of our first impulse was to think because it was somehow related to the LGBT that that it was a hate crime, it's this and that, and people are quick to assume things. And when you first hear the story, that's what we were kind of assuming. And I guess I kind of wanted to talk about that for a minute and say that all of us, we're all God's children. I tend to think of myself as a macho man, try to embody that male, role model in our family. I'm a Christian father. I was a army guy, did all that stuff, but I don't know if most of y'all are my close friends. I've shared, I grew up totally in an LGBT family, and growing up in that environment, of course, some of the mannerisms, some of the things that we do, my tolerance and open, tolerance is not a correct word, my openness and my willingness to be around all types of people is because of the upbringing that I was in. I always had two moms growing up, and you know, it shaped me for who I am. That I believe that in the Bible it says that there's only one person who's going to judge us one day, and far be it from us to judge other people. There's a lot of beautiful people out there, and it doesn't matter what you are, what color you are, what race you are, what religion you are, what sexual preference you have. Man, that's your business and your business only. And it's there's a lot of people who celebrate their pride, and I certainly stand shoulder to shoulder with them. I'm proud that I grew up in that environment, that I stand with you, and I certainly want to think of all my friends and say that I certainly, I guess, fear that in this day and age that people are so judgmental and stereotyping that I fear for their safety sometimes. And it's a sad thing that people are homophobic or Islamic phobic, and even these radical extremists are such a small percentage of what goes on, but the horrors that they perpetrate are just terrible. It only takes one hate crime, one terrorist act, one this, one that, to wrought terror and you know horribleness upon people. And I wanted to come here at twilight and think about my relationship with Lord, and how much I love God, and I know God doesn't want us to suffer. And I think about those lives that were lost because they were just going to a club and having a good time and celebrating with music. And it's the hour of the devil, that midnight to 6 a.m. My heart aches for them, and my voice cracks when I think of families that they don't get to go back to, and people have lost loved ones, all for senseless acts of hatred. And I remember long ago I was a soldier that went off and fought that, and I don't like to pull the trigger anymore, and I don't, even though I carry, I defend my family if need be. Life is too precious nowadays, and so my heartfelt plea tonight is for anybody that would wrought harm upon another human being. Please, no matter what you think you're promised, no matter what you think your religion or your upbringing tells you to do, it's not what our Father, our Creator, Allah, anybody does not wish upon us. We all have a greater power that one day will answer, and that answer is harmony and peace and love and kindness to one another. So no matter what color you are, what religion, what race, what creed, what you know sexual orientation you have, we must realize that we are our brother's keeper. And as this night falls on us, please be remembered that we are supposed to honor each other, We're all God's children. Let's love each other and not to wreak harm upon another. So it is with sorrow that I close out tonight, and I just want you to know that I care, and I'm certainly thinking of all those ones that are lost and all those family members. God bless each and every one of us, and remember, stay strong. Be proud of who you are. God loves you, so do I.